Wow, looks very cool, but I think most people will still choose this one. Welcome to Theories About Things, where I pitch my theories on why some things are the way they are. What can I say? Dubai needs no introduction. By basically any metric, tourism, economic prosperity, reputation on the world stage, you name it, Dubai has been a resounding success. That isn't to say that it hasn't had its issues, which I discuss in one of my other videos that I'll leave on the end screen at the end of this video, but overall, for a plan as ambitious as Dubai's was and from where it started, it's impossible to see Dubai as anything other than one of the great success stories of the past century. Naturally, neighboring countries in the region and even neighboring emirates are going to want to harness some of Dubai's methods in order to experience some of that success in their own countries. Unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but no country is going to be able to become Dubai 2.0. They may be able to see some growth compared to where they were, but they won't be able to just replicate what Dubai did to the same result, no matter how deep their pockets are. There's a proven reason for this. My theory on why no Middle Eastern country could ever become the next Dubai is because Dubai benefits from a concept called the first-to-market advantage. I would actually say Dubai benefits from a concept I would call the first-to-market phenomenon. But first, what is the first-to-market advantage? The first-to-market advantage is a natural advantage that a company tends to have when it's the first company to bring a particular product to the market. Customers will tend to choose that company and that product even in the future when competing products are available that may be objectively better or of the same quality but more affordable. There's a brand recognition and customer loyalty that come with being first. The first-to-market company also has advantages that come with the head start that it earned. That company is able to improve the product and improve the process of making the product while other companies are just scrambling to make the product. The first-to-market company is able to gather data on customers and correct mistakes in a way that other companies aren't yet able to do. The first-to-market company probably has the money now to do things that other companies can't do. As the old saying goes, it pays to be first. There are many examples of this concept in our lives today. One might even be in your hand right now. Apple's iPhone is a clear example. It was the first to market with the kind of phone we all use today. The iPhone was the first fully touchscreen smartphone with the internet usability of a computer to be available to the mass market. There were touchscreen phones before it. There were also phones that had some limited connection to the internet before it. But for the kind of phone we all use today, one that can essentially replace a computer for the average person, the iPhone was first. And to this day, iPhones are still the best-selling phones in the world, and Apple is the most valuable consumer electronics company in the world. The iPhone debuted in 2007, and nearly 20 years later, the smartphone market has matured. There has been every attempt imaginable to dethrone this phone, but Apple still enjoys the first-to-market advantage. And to me, like I mentioned earlier, this concept goes even further to what I would call the first-to-market phenomenon. A company doesn't necessarily even have to be the first to invent something. It could just be the first to hold a certain reputation for something, and it'll enjoy that same first-to-market advantage. Toyota is a great example of this. Toyota obviously didn't invent the car, but it was the first of the mass-market commercially available car companies today to earn the reputation of being the most reliable car brand. If you ask any potential or actual Toyota customer why they're choosing a Toyota, nearly every one of them will tell you that they're looking for the most reliable car brand. That was once true for Toyota, but recent data shows it's not anymore. While Toyota's luxury brand Lexus is recognized as the most reliable car brand, Toyota itself is no longer even in the top 3. But because Toyota was the first to earn the reputation among today's customers as being the most reliable, it's an advantage that Toyota will continue to benefit from, even if it isn't true anymore. Why I bring up this comparison is because, in my opinion, Dubai benefits from the same advantage. Dubai is known as the first Middle Eastern Islamic destination to open up to the Western world. Was it actually by the letter of the history books the first to attempt to do so? Maybe, but maybe not. But it was the first Middle Eastern Islamic society to do so in such a grand and large-scale way, so it has the reputation as being the first one to do it. And with that reputation comes the advantage, an advantage that I don't believe other countries in the region will be able to overcome. Middle Eastern Islamic societies are known to the Western world as being strict and having cultural norms that outsiders would need to adapt to. Dubai has had a multi-decade head start over neighboring countries in the region in catering to those concerns while trying to attract the outside world. Dubai has welcomed millions and millions of visitors and residents from abroad for decades. It has adapted its society to accommodate Western culture. Everyone by now knows about the bars and the clubs and the concerts in Dubai. It has welcomed companies from all around the world to do business in Dubai. It has welcomed investment from all around the world for decades. Dubai has been all over social media for years, where influencers show the entire world what Dubai is like. The brand of Dubai has gained the reputation of being luxurious and a haven for the world's wealthy. Just from a marketing standpoint, the name Dubai has constantly been in the media over the past few decades for constantly breaking records, most notably being home to the world's tallest building. The state airline of Dubai, Emirates Airlines, for decades has widely been considered one of the best airlines in the world and has spread the brand of Dubai across the entire world. Dubai has even become a world-class financial services center. Other countries from the region aren't going to be able to start from scratch and be able to compete with all of this. They won't be able to out-Dubai Dubai. For people from around the world, especially the Western world, who want to visit the Middle East, or who want to live there, or who want to invest there, Dubai has opened up a multi-decade head start by opening its society up to them decades ago. Those people have had decades to become familiar and comfortable with Dubai over other places in the region. When people from around the world think about the Middle East, Dubai will have the advantage, also known as the first-to-market advantage. So what can other countries in the region do? There is no amount of luxury hotels that other countries from the region can open up that will cancel this advantage for Dubai. And that's really the core of the advice that I would have for these neighboring countries. I'm obviously just a guy from YouTube, so I'm far from an expert on how a Middle Eastern country should open up to the Western world. But what I wouldn't recommend is trying to retrace Dubai's footsteps and thinking it's going to lead to the same result. Instead, I would try to improve on Dubai's weaknesses. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I have another video about Dubai that I'll leave on the end screen at the end of this video. I'm not going to spoil it before you watch it, but it's generally about the changes in Dubai over time, and some of the feedback to that video has been that people are concerned that Dubai is becoming the Las Vegas of the Middle East. Some other criticisms of Dubai that I've heard are that it's starting to feel superficial, both in appearance and the people that move there. It lacks any feel of nature, and it's getting crowded. Once you watch both of my videos on Dubai, it'll be no secret that I'm a huge fan of Dubai. However, even I can admit that Dubai is better for some people than others. It's great for the ultra-wealthy, which should be no surprise. It's also good for the young entrepreneur. I'm talking about people in their 20s and 30s with no family who are trying to build a business in certain sectors. It's also at least a better option for people from poor countries who may have more work opportunities compared to their home country. But for everyone in between these groups, let's call it the middle, I wouldn't say that Dubai has had much appeal, and that's where I think other countries in the region can compete with Dubai. There's no denying that the Western world is in decline, and the people that feel it the most are just regular hardworking people and regular families, essentially the middle class. This group is looking for somewhere safe, somewhere fair, and somewhere affordable. They're looking for somewhere good to raise their families. They're looking for a place where they feel that the government cares about the well-being of the people, meaning a government that isn't sold out to the highest bidder. They're looking for a place where people don't have to worry about things like what's in their food and water. These are the people that Dubai may have some appeal for, but not enough to draw them out of their home countries in large numbers. However, that creates an opportunity for the other countries in the region. Obviously, if the intent of these countries is to attract outsiders, they would have to open their societies up to a certain extent, but not so much so that the country loses itself. And it's worth repeating, trying to open a society up following the same manual that Dubai used probably isn't going to work. Dubai opened up to the world by building a glitzy and glamorous metropolis because they were trying to attract the ultra-wealthy and businesses. If these countries want to grow by attracting the world's middle class, their strategy needs to be about offering what the world's middle class wants. The middle class, especially in the Western world, wants safety and stability. They want a place that's affordable. They want a house with some land in a green suburb where their kids can play outside without having to worry. A middle-class family generally doesn't want to live in a condo on a marina, which is why Dubai doesn't have mass appeal for them. They want a place that's clean. They want access to quality food and water. They want a place with opportunity. They want a place with good schools and healthcare. If countries from the Middle East want to compete with Dubai, I think this is the way to do it successfully. Dubai has too much of a lead and is already too established with the world's ultra-wealthy. If countries from that region can offer the world's middle class this lifestyle while opening up their societies just enough for the outside world to be comfortable and feel welcomed, they can grow their countries and experience the same boom that Dubai did, but just in a different way. No other country will be able to be Dubai, but in their own way, they might be able to compete with Dubai. So what do you guys think? Can Dubai's neighbors ever become Dubai 2.0? Or is Dubai one of one and other countries are just wasting their time? Also, let me know what you guys think about my unsolicited advice to Dubai's neighboring countries that advises them to grow by attracting the world's middle class rather than competing with Dubai for the world's ultra-wealthy. Remember to watch my other video on Dubai, which will show up on the screen in a second, and let me know what you think about that one too. Don't forget to drop the video a like and hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.